All right, Allison, let's see what we got here. So we're gonna go through the ways we can get some more Boudoir clients with less ad spend to fill up your Boudoir mini sessions. All right, we all got a few days, so all right, let's see what I got here. All right, so at the top 10 potential mistakes that I'm seeing Boudoir photographers making on their ads. First thing I always look at is the ad creative. Does it look like an ad? So kind of, your photo video here. Does this look like an ad? Yeah, yeah, it looks like an ad with all the text. Um, yeah, looks like an ad. So that's gonna get less people clicking, more people scrolling by, kind of less people booking and buying, kind of overall. So that's first mistake. Now mistakes 2 through 5 can happen up here in the see more headline, which um, on Facebook mobile, which is where most of your impressions will be, and it's probably here. And then the session before your that this is all cut off and just says dot 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 see more for a session before your. So let's look at the see more headline. So who are we talking to here? Because 80% of all ad spend is won or lost with the headline. Can be able to click to read the rest. Rest of the ad copy. Get pre-qualified. See if it's for them and to buy. So, who are we talking to here? We're looking for a label where someone reading it in your market would say, oh my God, that's me. So, all right, we're missing a who. So our ads are being less specific. So less of the right people are coming through. And kind of a symptom we'll see is basically more unqualified messages, honestly. More people ghosting in the DMs, more people not wanting to buy. And so kind of wasted ad spend there. Second thing we want to see in the See More headline is a negative. What negative thing are women moving away from that they're saying to themselves in their brain they want to move away from? That our solution, Boudoir mini sessions, is the bridge that gets them away from that negative. And we always want to start with the negative here because people move from, negatives or pains way like 100x more than they move towards like positives or pleasure. So example is at the dentist, all right, we just got our teeth cleaned, got a cavity filled, okay. Um, you know, and the secretary ladies are like, all right, yeah, are y'all free Tuesday, 3 p.m., 212 days from now? You're like, dude, I don't know. Just text me later. Text me closer to there. And then they text us and we ignore it. We ignore, 6 months, we ignore, 9 months, we ignore, a year, we ignore. Then like month 14, feeling some pain in our tooth. Um, and we're calling them up like, dude, what do you mean you can't get me in tomorrow, 8:30 a.m.? You're fully booked. Dude, I'm in so much pain right now. I'm having a real negative experience. And then you're calling up other dentists, everyone's booked, blah, blah, blah. So people really, really, literally like 100x more want to move away from pain than they want to move towards pleasure of, I don't know, getting their teeth cleaned a little bit. So it's just simply human nature. So we want to lead with the negative. So we're missing that. So people are feeling like our ad is less specifically for them. And so just less qualified people clicking through. So our ads not going to the correct people. So wasted ad spend, more ghosts in the DMs, price hunters, ghost when they hear the price. Got to try and like pull them on, um, you know, like tying a rope around them, and like driving a truck, trying to pull them along, get them to come with us, but like they're like a stump in the ground. Um, and all right, so next thing we want to have in the Seymour headline is kind of like a hesitation or a roadblock or an objection that would keep someone from moving forward that they're, again, saying to themselves in their brain. So we're missing that here in the Seymour headline. So people are feeling like less like, like our services for them. Now, yeah, starting out with marketing, it's just like solution, buy my solution here. And yeah, well, that's fine to learn that. Learn that doesn't work that well. Everyone does it. So now we're trying to, get more sophisticated, find the things that really move the needle here. So yeah, so we're missing the who, the negative, the positive, and then like a hesitation slash roadblock. So people are not feeling that our solution is for them. That's the wild thing for marketing that I've learned is people literally need to be told it's for them, for what they're thinking, what they're going through, and their exact thing that's happening in their life right now, which I never would have thought before. Just thought it would be good enough to be like, do you want thing? Buy thing. But I mean that'll work for the well, that won't even work for the peeps that are super hot, because then they're comparing you against everyone else, because we never got specific. Unless nobody else is offering thing in your market and you're the only boudoir photographer. That's the only way an ad of do you want thing, buy thing would work. Literally the only way. But once there's two people or more in a market, now we have to get super specific so people know it's for them. All right. So, but what do you got in here? You got boudoir mini sessions, so you got solution, um, perfect holiday gift. Maybe that, yeah, maybe perfect holiday gift for your significant other or a fun session. Well, now here it's interesting as we put on God marketing mode. Perfect holiday gift for your significant other. That's a positive. All right, so you do have a positive here. I think I just literally didn't read the second sentence. Now it's interesting. So you got a positive. All right, you got one. You got one out of the four. Um, Now what's interesting is you're talking to two different people. Perfect holiday gift for your significant other. That is one person. That's one avatar that is saying, "Oh my God, what am I gonna get him?" And fun session before your wedding day. Although it's cut off at, this thing's definitely cut off at fun. Fun session before your wedding day. That's a second avatar. So you're talking to two different people here. And ads should only ever talk to one specific person. So that's confusing the algorithm, confusing the people reading it. They feel even though you have it, since you got two, they feel it's less um, for them because it's like an or statement. Um, the only way this could work if it was pre-tested in the data for your city, so it's kind of like this one tested, marker responded good, and this one marker responded good. These can be combined with an and. Perfect holiday gift for your significant other and a fun session before your wedding day. That would be a super specific person. But again, that's only positive. That's only one out of the four specific attributes we want to have in the see more headline, which is the headline before it gets cut off and it goes dot 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 see more on Facebook mobile feed placement. All right. So next mistakes can come from the ad copy, which is here after the see more. Right after we hook them in with the see more headline, which basically is the hook. We want to give them some authority, a reason why they should listen to us, um, to keep reading the rest of our ad copy. And we're missing some authority here. So less people are going to read the ad copy, although you don't have any ad copy here, which means more. So less qualified people are clicking through. So ad algorithms getting screwed up, jacked up, wasted ad spend, more ghosting in the DMs, more ghosting once they hear the price, more price hunters, fewer words in their messages to you, fewer booked calls, more ghosting on when they do book a call. All right, next thing we want to have is basically a narrative or a story to meet people where they're at, show that we have empathy with their current situation, and kind of be like a video movie recording of their current life. So the Seymour headline is to meet them in their brain and describe what's going on, what they're thinking in their brain, and then the story slash narrative is to describe what's actually going on in their day-to-day life as if we were video camera recording them. So we're missing that. So yeah, less people coming in pre-qualified. Um, and that's going to lead to basically worse conversation than in the DMs, less conversations kind of overall, less quality conversations, more ghosting, more price hunters, more price objections, ads burning out fast, fewer booked calls with qualified peeps, more people not even showing up to the call, kind of all that BS. And the third and final thing for the ad copy we want to have is the full offer. So more details about the offer. Okay, we're missing that here. Um, so again, people are not getting pre-qualified before they click through, and Instagram and Meta are looking at who even clicks, um, and then like kind of moves our ads more towards those people that are clicking, and also converting as well. But if we're getting low intent, low quality people to take our action, send message, our ads are just gonna churn and burn, baby. Um, so yeah, I'm missing the offer here. Now the final two mistakes can happen at the bottom of the ad where we um, do not want to have a below creative headline or a button because that makes it look like 20% makes it look like an ad, which is kind of, part of the first mistake. But the other 80% is people can click the button without reading our full ad copy here. We want everyone to read here, become pre-qualified, then decide whether to click or not, because that helps the Facebook ad algorithm get our ads to the correct people. Um, so we want no button, no below creative headline. Um, and the final thing is the objective. So if you want sales, um, I don't know what objective you're using, so maybe using the correct one. So basically, if you want people to buy, or you may not be. So I'll give you half the mistake for this one, because a lot of times, yeah, using DMs is not going to buyers correctly. Um, and so we're getting people that like to send messages, but not people that take their credit card out and buy after they send a message. So DMs almost always is a mistake, but there is a way to do it correctly, actually. All right, so we got 1, and then 3, so 4, 5, 6, 7, and then, yeah, 8 mistakes, 8 out of 10, which averages 7.5 out of 10 mistakes all across for the entire boudoir industry. So you're right in line with average. Um, Now, I basically say that anyone who has more than 2 out of 10 mistakes has a broken down boudoir ad, like a broken down car. And all right, and when we got a broken down car, what do we got to do? We got to bring it to the mechanic. So I got some boudoir ads mechanic um, ways I can help fix some of these things. And yeah, dude, I can 100% improve this, get way better metrics on this ad. So I condensed those 10 mistakes into like 5 problems. So one, does it look like an ad? Okay, yes, I can fix that problem. That's problem 1. Problem 2, we need a better see more headline here. So calling in the right people in the city with, you know, specific attributes that most women in the city respond to. So you need a new see more headline. You need a new ad copy. So your ad's no longer broken down. Ad copy right there. So that's 3 problems. Problem 4, I can help with half of that because if you do want messages, that button's always going to be there. And then the correct objective, yeah, I can help with half of that. Most likely you're not using the correct one, but maybe. So I have kind of the 5 problems I could fix. Um, I can definitely fix 4 of them. Get your ad back up and running way better again. And I charge $50 per problem I solve. That's kind of option one. So you can choose, you know, 1 to 4 out of the problems I told you, and I can fix them for this one ad. Or option two, which is way better, is I work with boudoir photographers to do their ads for them to get high-paying boudoir clients for $100 a month. So that actually be half the cost of me just fixing the 4 problems of this ad, 4 out of 5 problems. Um, and basically, dude, I guarantee I can make these way better um, with the front end metrics. The goal would be to like get you 2 to 4x more high paying clients with your current ad spend um, from the same ad, or we create new ads. Now, I cannot guarantee 2 to 4x increase. I can definitely guarantee better front end metrics, though, 100%. And a way, way, way higher chance at, getting that 2 to 4x increase. Um, so if you want either of those options, hit me up. You got my phone number, call me, email me, DM me, whatever platform we're on right now. Tell me you want one of those offers. And yeah, we can even use this same ad. It's probably like talking to people through the DMs. Spice this up or do something totally different. Your call, but you do since you're using DMs, since you probably like um, to talk with peeps, DM back and forth. And yeah, I can definitely 100% guaranteed improve this ad with better front end metrics, which are usually the leading indicators to better back end metrics, which is more clients at a higher price point, lower ad costs. Not guaranteeing that though. I can guarantee the better front end metrics. So yeah, if you want any of that, hit me up. And yeah, that's everything for now. Adios.